Okay, hey everybody, let's start. Hello, and welcome to our next webinar about 10 signs of QA course quality. And here is the agenda of today's webinar. We will talk about 10 items in the list. The items are here on the slide. From only you on the first place and only top mentors and your full confidence and so on until only like in life. And I would like to explain you today why that items are signs of a QA course quality. And what is the difference between a course with a high quality and a course with not so high quality? And let me introduce our today's participant. It is Alona. Hi, Alona.
Hello. Hi.
Alona is a student, a software testing student of the course with a good quality, I hope. The quality is good, and I would like to ask Alona today to share her impressions about this course. And our other participant, Fedor. Welcome, Fedor. Fedor is a mentor from the course with a high quality. And my name is Lilia. I'm a mentor as well from such a course. And today's webinar will be for you, and we all three will share our experience or impressions about this quality course. So let's start from the point number one. Only you on the first place. What is it about? Let me, before we start talking about the course with a high quality, let me share my experience, my statistics about the most courses on the market. Unfortunately, most courses on the market can propose you the education in the group with 100 students or even more students in one group. Maybe from some points of view, from some perspective, it is good, but you cannot ask questions on the lecture when you are a part of such a huge students team. And if we are talking about a high quality course, let me just make a parallel. Imagine that you want to learn a foreign language. And imagine a group of 100 students who are talking that foreign language and who are learning the foreign language. Will it be effective? What do you think? And the same with any education. Many people consider that it is okay to have 100 students in the group when you are learning something new, not a foreign language, but for example, a software testing. But it is not good. And a course with a high quality should have less students. The course that we will discuss today has 15 students in the group. And I would like to ask Alona to share her experience of learning in such a small group. Is it helpful? What do you think?
Yes, it's helpful. It's always possible to ask questions after every explained part of lections. Everything is patiently and very clear explained by lecturer. I'm an extrovert, so for me it's important to communicate, and it's better to know that I'm not alone and somebody is ready to help me if I need it.
Maybe you remember some interesting question that you asked in some of the classes.
No, sorry, Lilia, I can't say it's right now, but there are a lot of interesting questions, and of course, the questions of other students help to understand the material better.
Okay, great. So only you on the first place means that your group should be small. And in this case, your education will be rather individual. And you will have a possibility to ask questions anytime, like Alona did. Okay, let's go to the next item, to the next sign of Equality QA course. Only top mentors. Again, if we're talking about most of the courses on the market, most of the courses could propose you mentors with 3 to 5 years experience in the industry. Is it good or bad? I don't know, but it is enough to be a lead of a team and to be a senior QA, for example, in some company. But is it enough to be a mentor? I think it is not, because if you have only 5 years experience, probably your experience is in one company or maybe 2 companies, maximum maybe 3 companies, but this is not an experience that you could share with your students, because your students will work on very, very different companies in very, very different places. And to give them a whole picture of the industry, you should have at least 10 years experience in different companies and different industries and different subject matters and so on. If you want to choose a course with a high quality, you should choose a course with top mentors, with the mentors who have at least 10 years experience. And I would like to ask Fedor today about his experience. How many years are you in the industry, and are you agree with me about the experience of mentors?
So, hi again, everyone. As for me, I have around 18 years in IT in different roles, in different technical individual contributors roles and managers and so on. And I can say that the more different the more different workplaces you had, the better experience you may share with your teammates, with the guys who are learning new courses and so on. So as for me, to effectively share anything and to be able to share something useful, you really need to have at least 10 years of experience, and these 10 years should be spent, of course, not in one place. These 10 years, at least 10 years, again, should be spent in various companies with different workflows, with different count of employees, maybe from large enterprise to smaller and younger companies. I can say that it's really impressive to have everything in your background, and I'm proud to say that I'm talking about that not as a theory. I have the similar background from younger and smaller companies to someone big and even large. And that's really interesting to compare the internals of these companies, to compare their workflows, to know better who are they and what is expected when you work on a startup, or if you work for a large enterprise. It's really exciting. And it's really good to be able to share this background and experience with our guys.
Thank you, Fedor. And my question to Alona, what do you think about the experience of mentors, and is it helpful for you, really?
I have a rather traumatic experience when I started learning programming in my university, and my teacher was PhD student. So I think experienced mentor is a must.
Okay, thank you. So the next one, the next sign, only quality. And what does it mean now? What quality means here? We are talking now about one very important parameter of a course, recording versus live lectures. And I think it is obvious, because the only one good thing about the recording, that you could watch the recording anytime you want, but just consider the situation when you are watching some recording, when you are watching some lecture, and you understand that that some materials is absolutely not clear for you. And whom will you ask your questions? So probably you will Google, and probably you will find some information in the internet, but okay, you are a student of a course, and why should you Google it instead of asking some questions to some lecturers or mentors in the course? And if your group is small, we already touched this thing, and if your lectures live and you have possibilities to ask questions, it is very good. And again, this is the question to Alona. Did you have an experience with pre-recorded lectures, and is it different with the lectures that are live right now?
No, I haven't. I had no experience with pre-recorded lecture courses, but I think I wouldn't be able to understood a half of material if the lectures would be recorded.
Okay, so how often are you asking questions in class?
I think sometimes I could think myself.
Okay, so
I'm sorry for interruption. I can confirm that Alona asks very interesting question, and she does this on every classes. So it's good to have a very motivated our students, and it's really interesting to answer these questions.
Thank you.
So maybe you can remember some questions from Alona or from some other students, and what was your experience with sharing knowledge after somebody asks questions?
So I cannot. Unfortunately, I cannot remember any exact question from Alona, because, as I said before, there were many. But maybe the most impressive questions of my parts of the course were related to deeper internals of network sockets, how they work, how they are related with the operating system, with processes, and so on. And I remember that the complete answer on this took around half an hour, and it was at the very end of an additional lesson, and I was really impressed of this lesson was optional, and our students had full rights to drop off the call when such hard items arose, but everyone remained on the call and listening to the answer. And moreover, after that, she asked, and after that, they asked even more questions.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very interesting experience.
Mm-hmm. Great. And you mentioned the additional lectures. Could you please share with us what the additional lectures are and in which cases
so
you could have it?
As we know that every group really differs compared to others. Sometimes we need to perform an additional lessons to let our guys to better understand the items that should be learned. And moreover, sometimes these additional lessons can be performed on demand, even if the group is if the group is full of smart guys, and even if the group is strong. So if we receive a lot of questions that are beyond our commonly used materials and program, and when we understand that it's impossible to fit all these answers and all these additional materials to our scheduled lessons, in these cases we arrange something additional.
Great. And I could add that if your course has a high quality, it should be free for you to have that additional lectures. Maybe it looks like very strange, but something should be free for you, like additional lectures. And from my experience, I could add that we had an additional lecture about the regexp in SQL and about the string functions in SQL, because the group, one of our current groups, is so I don't know, curious and so strong. And they passed all the materials very fast, and they asked me to add more material to them. And we had this additional lecture about the string functions and regexp in SQL. And I hope it was very helpful. Okay, so your course quality should be like that. And this is one of the signs of your course quality. If you have additional lectures and all the lectures are live and you have a possibility to ask questions in class. Okay, so what about the fourth one? On the direct connection between students and mentors. Again, about most courses on the current market. If you have 100 students in group, you probably can guess that it is absolutely impossible to check your homework by your mentor, because that will be the only activity of your mentor to check your homework. Day by day, hour by hour. And I think that the working day of your mentor will be 24 hours a day. And it is not good, as you can guess, because your mentor should sleep from time to time. And that's why, except a mentor who gives you lectures, the courses have some special people like curators, like assistants, like, I don't know, somebody who will check your homework. And if we're talking about our mentors, okay, mentors, for example, they have 5 years experience, and we already discussed it. And what about the mentor's assistant? From time to time, it could be the graduate of the course. So the person who just graduated from the course, and who maybe, okay, maybe this person had the very high grades, but anyway, this is a person without any experience in the industry, and maybe with some small experience, because it is impossible to give this person a possibility to give lectures, but it is possible to hire him or her as a curator. So think twice. Do you want to have somebody who will check your homework with 1 year experience as a maximal, or maybe without any experience? I think no. And I think you will not go to a doctor without any experience in medicine. And the same here. So what about this sign of a course quality? Only direct connection between students and mentors. If your course has a high quality, your mentor should check your homework. And if you have only 15, for example, students in the group, it is possible to have such service. And I would like to ask further right now about his experience of checking homework, maybe some interesting cases.
So, by the way, I wanted to interrupt you about how it's possible to check the homework for the entire group of our students. Even if there are only 15, it's really hard to it may be really hard to provide the complete feedback because when you check their home tasks, you want to leave the biggest feedback as you can. So it may be that for every student, each homework may be checked around half an hour. It's really interesting to provide them very detailed comments, but it's really hard to find so much time. And I can say that it's even hard to say whose homeworks take more time. For example, if we are talking about the smartest guys who do everything correctly, you want to recommend them like, hey, you also may accomplish this task in way B or way C or somewhere in some other way. And on the other hand, if you are checking a home task for an average, Guy, you want to you want to explain as much as you can everything that may remain unclear for them. That's why, regardless on the level of student, now if you want to provide really qualified feedback, it takes some time, but the result is impressive because you'll see their success and progress, and it's visible just, for example, based on their questions that they asked you during the lessons.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks, Fedor. And I could add that if we are talking about a high course quality, it should be possible to ask questions not only in class, but between classes. And it should be possible to ask direct questions to your mentor about your homework. Alena, could you please share your experience with homeworks on the course, and maybe you had some difficulties, or maybe you had some, chance to ask mentors questions between classes?
I can say that all feedbacks was very extended, and there are, if some tasks were incorrect, mentor gave ability to change and give some directions or hints how homework can be improved. And after mentor's explanation, everything becomes more clear.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And let's go to the next one. Only effective education. And you can see here our textbook. Okay, so I will not compare now the high quality course with most courses on the market, because some of them could have some materials, additional materials for students. But remember your college, remember your university, where you had a textbook except lectures, and where your lecturers, like your professors, could refer to some textbook. And your professors could propose you to read some articles, to read some textbooks before the lectures or together with lectures. And if your course has a high quality, okay, it is not a college, it is not a university, it is a course about the profession, but why this course cannot use the best things from the high education, like the textbook. And one of the ways to make a course a high quality course is to use the so-called 3 steps education. When before the lectures, the students should read the textbook with the basic material. Why they need to read something before the lectures? Because, as I already mentioned, in class, they are asking questions and they are doing some practice. We will be back to the practice a bit later today. So they are doing some practice and they are asking questions, but they should have some basic things in their mind to have questions, because if you know nothing about some topic, you cannot formulate a question, I think. And that's why they are reading the textbook. Then they come to the lecture with their questions, and they repeat the basic material again, and they train the basic material again using some practical tasks. And if your course proposes a textbook, it says about its high quality, because if some material is repeated at least twice when the students are reading the material in the textbook, and when they are repeating the material in practice in class, and they add something to their minds during the class, because except practice, a mentor could propose some more materials in addition to the textbook. It is very effective. And it is much more effective than just sit and listen to some lecture. Because everybody knows that when you are listening some material, you can remember only 10% of what you are listening. When you are reading, it is 20%, if I'm right, if I remember well. When you are practicing, it is about 70%. So 100%, by the way, is when you are talking about some topic, when you are sharing your knowledge with some colleagues. But we are talking about a course right now. So if you are reading and then practicing, it is about remembering 70% of material at least when you are practicing. So if your course, to sum up this section, if your course proposes a textbook, it is good. It is about a high quality. And only result about practice. So let's be back to the practice on the lectures in class. Further, so could you share your experience about how you provide this practice to students?
Okay, so we decided to make our real-time exercises by using Zoom breakout rooms, and it's really interesting to monitor our students and how they are getting used these rooms. So I remember that every group at the very beginning, every student who is placed in every room tries to perform every task without any communications with other guys. But later, our teammates, our students, they started to elaborate. They really communicate within Zoom rooms, and they understand that it's better to split the big task to smaller parts and then act like a supercomputer where every guy can solve every specific part, and after that they discuss the final result. And it's really interesting to observe how each Zoom room presents their results after the task completion. So this is not only for give our students some skills and practice in hands-on experience. It's also for their better communication.
Okay, and a question to Alona. Do you like breakout rooms? Do you like such kind of practice?
It's a rather interesting and challenging part. In group, there are a lot of strong students, so it's very interesting to communicate with them. And I like especially the last troubleshooting breakout rooms. The task was very challenging, and we discussed a lot within our teams.
And what was the task? Do you remember?
Something, what happened when you press example com in your web browser, and what happened in details, and what happened when user press I don't know, I don't remember exactly, log into a website and nothing will happen.
Great. Fedor, is it your lesson? Yes.
Yes, right. So I know exactly that many HRs and technical leaders who perform a lot of interviews, they not even like, they love these kind of questions. And I'm not saying that we are preparing our students just to successfully pass interviews. Not at all. But we are trying to share our experience of how any complex IT system may really work. And we hope that such understanding and experience that we are transferring is really helpful from the very first steps in this new specialty.
Great. Very interesting, actually. Breakout rooms. If we are continuing the parallel with learning some foreign language, it is working in pairs, working in groups. And if your course implements such kind of practice, it is very interesting and challenging, and it is your result. Because again, if we are talking about percentage of your material remembering and all that stuff, if you are discussing something in group, it is not about even 70%, it is higher, because you are discussing, you are talking, and you are trying to explain your idea and your maybe point of view to your colleagues, to the other students, and you remember the material such a way. So this is the result. And what about the next one? Only economy and convenient education, and this is about the environment. Because consider the situation when you have, not very fast computer or laptop, and you want to have a new profession, and you understand that you should do something on your laptop. You should install some applications or even some new operating system to your laptop, but you understand that it is quite impossible. So what should you do? Should you run to a shop and should you buy a new computer, but you have no the profession yet? You have no money to buy a new computer right now. So what to do? And yes, and yes, Fedor, please proceed
Yes.
with the explanation. What to do with this?
I'm sorry for interruption. And by the way, the case that you have described recently, it's really similar to deadlocks in databases, and you really know about that based on your very big experience with databases. So we do our best to help our guys not to trap into this deadlock. So we have our educational servers, and everything that is so every server software that is even touched or learned deeper during our courses is deployed there. So the only thing that our guys need to do is to install several clients, like client software for SSH, where it's not installed by default. So I mean older versions of Windows. Also, they need to have a database client, and maybe for some advanced lessons of networks, they also need to install Wireshark, but it's lightweight. It doesn't require powerful and modern hardware, so it can be installed almost everywhere. I'm not sure about Wireshark, but as for other things, so in theory you can have a tablet with a relatively big screen, and that would be enough to learn and to have access to our educational applications and servers.
Okay. So good. So check your course and check if you need to buy some new computer, or maybe your course will provide you with some sandbox, some special service, some special virtual machine, and so on, to make all the exercises, to do the practice and so on. Okay, so on the economy and convenient education. Only working CV. What is it about? Is it about employment, or maybe about some other things? It is about your future job. And again, consider the situation. You graduated from some course, and you should create your CV, and you should go to the market with the CV. And what will you have in the CV? You will have some past experience, maybe not in IT, maybe in some profession very, very far from the IT, and you have your course. Okay, you have some skills, you have some practice, you have some, knowledge about the QA, but how to prove your future customer that you can do something, and that you could join the process, you could communicate with the team and so on. You cannot prove it without any experience in your CV. And when you are choosing the course, pay very much attention to the internship after the course. The internship here means that you will have a real experience in a real company. So practice is not an internship. Some things like, please check this website and find all the defects, is not an internship. The internship is to join some company, to have a contract, and to do a real job for this company. So if we are talking about a high quality course, the internship should look like that. Actually, we have more videos about the internship in our channel. So please subscribe and see that videos. Very many, details about the internship. But anyway, what I would like to say now, your working CV is your experience. And when you choose the course, you should check if you will have this experience during the course. Maybe the question to Alona, what are your expectations from the internship? Because Alona is not on the internship. And for now, she is a student of a course, but maybe you have some expectations.
I think I am, sorry.
Okay.
I hope I can implement that knowledges that I have in the course, in the internship. I can try a lot. I think I can be more confident after internship completion. And also, obviously, I can put something in my CV that can help me to prove that I'm rather that I can be rather good QA.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks, Alena. And Alena touched a very important thing about the confidence. Because, okay, you could include some skills and practice after the, regular course without an internship to your CV, but it will not make you confident in your power. And I saw a lot of students that were not confident in themselves before the internship because, okay, they have a lot of knowledge, but they were not sure in yourself how to use this knowledge, and will they able to use this knowledge in real life? And after the internship, they were confident in the power. And if a person is confident in him or herself on the interview, the interviewer can see it. And the interviewer can choose this graduate from the candidates, because this person is confident in the power of him or herself. So only work in CV after the course, it is a sign of a course quality. And the last one, only like in life. So only like in life means the interview. I touched the interview a bit when we told about the internship, but how to be even more confident, how to train the skills of passing the interview. So not only the technical skills, not only the skills how to do the job inside some company, but how to train the interview skills. And a good course should help you in this. So it should not be like some career department with HRs who will explain you how to pass the interview, who will give you some webinars or some lectures, maybe how to pass the interview, to give you some documents, how to pass the interview. Okay, everything is useful, everything I mentioned, but without training your skills, it is quite impossible, maybe not to pass the interview, but it is quite impossible to be confident. And a good course should propose you not only some documents and explanation how to pass the interview, but should propose you a chance to pass the interview. And not to be afraid of the interview. Because this will be the interview with your mentors, this will be the interviews with some, employees of the course, not some real customers. But anyway, you will train it. And the more you train, the more confident you are now. Only like in life. So this is the 10th sign of the course quality. And please pay attention to it if it is possible to have the interview after the course. And I think we missed one important thing about the course. We missed the initial exams. And I decided to explain this thing in the end of our webinar today, because this is maybe not so obvious, because we were talking about the process of education and the process of training and the process of practicing, but we didn't touch the process of entrance to the course. So how a regular process of entrance looks like typically. You leave your contact somewhere on some site maybe, or maybe you call to some company, and they call you back, and okay, they propose you to join the course. So the closest course is I don't know, in 2 weeks. So please pay money to this account and welcome to the course. But how could you understand that this is your profession? How could you understand that you will be able to graduate from the course, to complete it? Because according to the statistics, only half of students could complete the course without any entrance exams or some entrance tasks. Because everybody could join. Nothing from the course side, no objections regarding anybody who wants to join. So the only thing that you should do is to pay for the course. Okay, and welcome. But it is not a good thing, because think about all that people who didn't complete the course, that half of students, or even more for some courses, they paid money, they spent time learning, and they decided that, oh, this is not my profession. I cannot complete it. I cannot graduate. I don't want to proceed. So they spent money, they spent time, and they have nothing. So if we're talking about a good course, it should be some task before entrance. As a minimal, some test that will show your knowledge, but better to have some exam. And if we are talking about the exam to the course that we are discussing, quality course, yeah. A question to Alona, what about your initial exam? Was it difficult?
I don't think that initial exam was very difficult, but what was important for me, it gave me ability to think twice. Do I really want to join this course or not? And of course, I can understand more about course and QA, and the tasks were rather unusual, and they don't require any technical experience. It was very interesting. They were very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Great, Alona. And if we are talking about the course where Alona is studying right now, we have the whole group with students who passed that initial exam. And it means that first, they all are motivated because they were able to pass the exam, that they all are very smart, and they all are more confident again. Again, we are back to this confidence. So, and think about it. Which group is more preferable to you? The group of some 100 students who will not graduate, half of them at least, or a group of motivated, smart students you will do the practice with. So choose. This is up to you. And about the result. This is the salary from the US market. Your salary with that deep QA knowledge that quality QA course could give you. It is around 100,000 a year, and it is a real salary for a person with such knowledge, trained such way that we've discussed today. So this is what you will have after such a course. And how to get to this course? This is our proposition to us. You have the course fee here on the slide. this is the prices. Maybe the price looks too high for you, but remember about the previous slide about your salary that you will have after this course. And the installment is possible, and some discounts are possible as well. If you have questions after the webinar, or if you want to join the course, please write here. This is the Mentorpiece education, the course that we hope has all that characteristics that I mentioned today. Please write and join us after, of course, after the initial exams. Of course, you deserve the best education. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching on the YouTube. And see you again.